Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban maintaining that he still plans to block nearly $20 billion worth of EU financial assistance to Ukraine. He says that each individual country should be responsible for providing aid from their own budgets rather than a collective sum from the EU. 80% of Ukraine is currently without power, with funds from Europe going to much-needed infrastructure repairs and healthcare. Any EU package must be unanimously agreed on by the 27 member states, with the opposition for Budapest putting these funds in a state of limbo. Orban says he understands why supporting Kyiv is vital, but insists that there is a better approach than the plan offered by Brussels.
The question is how to help Ukraine. There are two proposals on the table. One proposal saying that we should use the budgets of the EU member states to take out new loans together and use the money from the loans to give it to Ukraine. We're not in favor of this because we do not want the European Union to become a community of indebted states instead of a community of cooperating member states.
Hungary isn't alone in revisiting its domestic policies amid the war in Ukraine, with Germany announcing it would not be raising its defense spending to 2% of its economic output as initially promised at the start of Russia's invasion. Orban also voiced concerns about an EU plan to impose a 15% minimum corporate tax rate on member states. EU officials believe that Budapest is holding up the EU funds as leverage to oppose this policy and force the release of EU resources to Hungary. Brussels is withholding nearly $8 billion of economic aid from Budapest until Orban's government implements a series of reforms. He's already shown a willingness to follow through on those changes, but has evidently fallen short of the demands made by the EU. The two sides will have to come to an agreement on all of these policies by December 19th, or else leave Hungary and Ukraine without vital funds, as Budapest deals with record inflation and Kyiv fights off the invasion by Russia.